Hello flat trackers. Today's video, sprocket maintenance. Sprockets take a beating and wear out, and cleaning is a great time to check them out for wear and damage. An occasional repaint is an easy way to look sharp in factory. Everybody likes a little bit of the factory look, and this is a pretty easy way to get some. So, I brought my sprocket stack here, and I was digging through it the other day and noticed had a couple that could use a tune-up, so I'll go ahead and work on my 38 today. Pull that out, and I'll show you what I use to take care of this job. Of course, you could use other tools. There's always better ways of doing it, so if you have a better way, put down in the comments and let me know. I always like to learn. I could do this in my shop, in my vise, but I find this method is just a little cleaner and a little easier to not have to clean up the shop afterwards. So that's the way I do it. All right, what do I use? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and clamp to a board. So I've got some various types of clamps here and some wood to clamp to, some elevated off the clamps. Then of course I'm gonna use an angle grinder. Angle grinder, pretty common tool with a wire brush. These things can get out of hand pretty easily when you're doing this. So proper safety equipment, bare minimum, some leather gloves, eye protection. And then when we're all said and done, we'll use this paint here. It's just common enamel. This works pretty well in my experience. You may have something better. If you have something better, let me know. Got this sprocket fairly well cleaned up with the wire wheel. Now I'm going to do the inspection, and I've noticed a couple of strange things. There's this funny witness mark on one side, 2 marks every other tooth. I don't really know about that. Can't say that I've ever seen that before. If you know what that is, let me know. Then pretty standard thing to check here is the angularity of the teeth. Kind of want to have the stock profile like it came out of the manufacturer. Just have a little bit of an angle here. It's always good to compare it to a new sprocket that you have. And if you have an old one, you can see they get more and more pointed and these troughs get widened out. Important to keep an eye on that. That looks pretty good on this sprocket. So over here I did notice a couple of problems. So, see the galling right here and here? This is somewhat standard for quick change sprockets on a single cylinder motorcycle. They just kind of vibrate back and forth, but could be a sign of it not being quite tight enough. Want to keep an eye on that. Don't want these to get galled up too much worse than that. It's a sign of not having your knockoff nut tight enough typically. So, yeah, I think we're in good shape on this one. The last step before painting, for me anyway, is a little bit of all-purpose cleaner of your choice, and a real painter would probably tell you a lint-free rag, but this is a sprocket, and I think this is going to have really good results with just this shop paper towel. Clean the grease off of that, and then clean the soap off really well, and we'll be ready for paint. I'm ready to paint, so of course now it's time to rain. Nothing groundbreaking on spray painting. 2 light coats, better than 1 heavy, overlap each pass a bit, and that's about it. Here's the finished product. This turned out pretty average. The paint can was low on paint and spattered. One more detail that I wanted to point out, and for my non-flat trackers here, it's pretty important for us to have the tooth count visible. We race at night, and we're about as particular on gearing as any form of racing I've ever been involved in. So I like to take another color of paint. Paint pen works pretty well, or another dab of spray paint of a different color. This one just would not cooperate. The depth of the stamping on the sprocket itself kind of determines whether this is going to work or not. That one just doesn't. The 8's not really stamped in very deeply. I scratched it out with an awl. Here's a better looking one. That's how it normally turns out in most of my stacks, so a little bit of compromise there. I'll try it again one more time on camera this time for you and see if it works. It has been working up to this point, but we'll give it a shot. So normally I just take this paint pen and work it into the stamping. Before it dries, just wipe it off with a paper towel and usually get a pretty good result. Let's see how well this works this time on camera. Alright, so I guess scratching out with the awl helped out that time. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Can see that at night? Whereas quick gear changes between races. Thanks for watching this Flat Track factory tip. Check back for other quick, easy, and hopefully fun flat track race prep ideas. As the real YouTubers say, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like, what your ideas are. If you have better products or better techniques, I always like to learn and share them with you.